What's going on, guys? Thank you for the kind words, Mike. Really, really appreciate it. Also wanted to thank a couple other people that are here today. Clayton, Doug, Jack, Brian, Josie, and everyone else here. Andy, and a bunch of other people here who had a positive impact on my experience at Elon, both during Elon and after graduation. Most importantly, to my parents, there's no way I would ever be allowed in this room, much less up on stage without you guys. You've provided insight on pretty much every decision, big and small, and I appreciate you guys supporting me along the way, regardless of whether I took your advice or not. So when my fellow Elon alum and friend Andy Fox called to congratulate me on this recognition, I wondered to myself, whose idea of success is being 30 years old, living in a 6th-floor walk-up with 2 roommates that you have to navigate the New York City homeless population occasionally to get in? But then I really thought about my Elon experience, and from beginning to end, and all of a sudden it didn't really seem all that strange. Even before I arrived on campus, Elon had rewarded my hard work and potential by looking at the full picture of who I was, not as an applicant that was going to drag down the incoming class GPA, which I did significantly. As a freshman, Elon Associate Athletic Director Trip Durham was willing to hire me in a leadership role at the athletic department as a relatively wide-eyed and inexperienced freshman. As a student, I was always encouraged to develop a wide range of experiences to become a well-rounded individual, not just a skill that would help me in a future career. Then, as a senior, when I was hiring to train a replacement for my position at the athletic department, I came across an individual who was extremely nervous during the interview, to the point where he could barely speak or talk. His hands were trembling. So I went back to Tripp and reported that I really wasn't sure if this individual was ready to take on a job that was relatively public-facing. He turned to me and asked me if he thought this guy was going to be a hard worker, and I, of course, said yes. And I asked me if I thought that he could grow into that position, and I said, without a doubt, he would be able to. So then he asked me if he thought if we were willing to take a risk on this person like so many other people had taken on a risk on me before. And to that I said, of course. So when I look at today, what I do today, one of the most gratifying things that I get to do in my job is hire a lot of people. And one of the things I'm most proud of is being able to put together a team that, in my opinion, is second to none in the industry that we work in. And I think all of that is a direct tie to everything that I learned at Elon. The group that I work with today is incredible. They're amazing. I love them. We go to battle on a day-to-day basis. And to be able to work with them and see them grow into their potential and hire people that not just are people that are skilled, but people that also follow the Elon values is so rewarding and one of my favorite parts about my job. Final note, for me, one of the things that always stood out as a student was listening to Dr. Lambert talk about how the world always needs more Elon graduates. This is a really hard thing to grasp. It's a very lofty statement as a current student. But now when I look around at my Elon network, it started to become a little bit more apparent why he said that. I've got friends that are a U.S. Marine that graduated from here, a founder of a successful nonprofit. My freshman year roommate is an international justice mission worker in Uganda. We've got a fellow fraternity member that's a business owner here in the town of Elon. And that's just to name a few people. So when I look back at all this, it's become so apparent that not only Dr. Lambert, but every other person that speaks and advocates on behalf of Elon, why they say this now. You may be a little bit confused going in. It may seem a little bit arrogant at times, but after you've actually experienced and walked through with all these Elon graduates, you know all these people, it is so apparent for me why you always are saying, and so many people are always saying, that the world needs more Elon graduates. So finally, when I talk about supporting Elon, I always say that I actively support the school because it is developing young people who have an impact on the world both locally and globally. We all have a duty to make the world a better place, and for me, one of the most impactful ways of doing that and ensure that I do my part is supporting and investing in an organization that helps so many people, including myself, make the world a better place. Thank you.